What did Jesus mean by saved? When Jesus said, "It is the will of the Father that all be saved," the honest follow-up question should have been, saved from what? But that question was never explored. Instead, an assumption was inherited. Escape from a fiery place. Even though Jesus never framed salvation that way. Salvation did not begin in the New Testament. It began in Genesis 2:7. And God breathed into man the breath of life. That breath was not oxygen. It was divine life, what Paul later calls Christ in you. That was salvation, union, indwelling, awareness. Humanity was already saved in Genesis 2. What actually went wrong in Genesis 3? Genesis 3 is not rebellion, it is forgetfulness. Adam enters a deep sleep, and the text never records him waking up. That matters. Sleep in Scripture always symbolizes loss of awareness, vulnerability, unconscious living. Jesus later mirrors this language. They know not what they do. Darkness is not punishment. Darkness is unconsciousness. The serpent didn't speak to spirit, it spoke to the soul. The serpent engages Eve, the mind, the interpretive self. Ego did not enter through disobedience. Ego entered through misidentification. The moment humanity forgot its source, fear was born. Shame followed. Condemnation emerged. Hiding began. That is hell. Not a location, a state. So, what is salvation? Salvation is not escape. Salvation is awakening. That's why the consistent message of Scripture is, "Awake, O sleeper." The people who sat in darkness have seen a great light. You were once darkness, now you are light. Paul defines salvation perfectly, from the kingdom of darkness to the kingdom of light. Darkness equals forgetfulness. Light equals awareness of Christ within. That transition is judgment, not a courtroom, a distinction. Truth separating illusion. True self separating from false self. Humanity did not rebel. Humanity fell asleep. This is the most important correction. Rebellion implies intent. Sleep implies vulnerability. Humanity did not reject God. Humanity forgot God within. That's why salvation is never forced. You can't force someone awake. You can only illuminate. And that's exactly what Jesus did. He didn't come to change God's mind about humanity. He came to change humanity's awareness of God. Why fear ruled for centuries? Because we accepted inherited interpretations, didn't ask foundational questions, confused symbolism for geography, confused awakening for escape. And fear thrives where awareness is absent. But the truth was always there, hiding in plain sight. Christ in you, the hope of glory. Not Christ outside you, not Christ instead of you, Christ within you. To be saved is to awaken from sleep, to remember your source, to be freed from ego's grip, to be released from shame, guilt, fear, and condemnation. Salvation is not about where you go when you die. It's about who you remember yourself to be while you live. And once that awareness returns, darkness has no authority, hell dissolves, and judgment has already occurred. Not against you, but for you. This is the message of the prophets. This is the message of Jesus. This is the message Paul articulated clearly. And this is why awakening always threatens systems built on fear. Because fear cannot survive remembrance.